Hello, YouTube. This is Cover 2 Credits, and today we are out and about in the world.
On location.
On location, just got out of The Force Awakens, and we're going to try and slam this video out tonight so we can have it up by tomorrow.
Thus filming in my car.
Thus, we are filming in the Stairs-mobile. Now,
first things first. Half this video, the first half, no spoilers.
and the lighting's going to be screwed up.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to live with it.
Fight with lighting. I'm going to take my hat off so you can see me. No spoilers in the first half of this video. If you have not seen The Force Awakens, I will put a gigantic disclaimer on the screen when it's time for you to stop watching. I don't want to hear about we spoiled it for you, because I will put a giant something on the screen that tells you to stop watching.
Definitely.
Let us continue.
Now, what'd you think?
I feel that this movie proves Star Wars is back. What I mean by that is, when the prequels came out, a lot of people thought they're never going to make another Star Wars movie. My thought is, after this movie, not only are they going to make more Star Wars movies, there are going to be a lot of them, and right now, everything shows they're going to be great. I enjoyed this movie a lot. To me, if you're looking at like a sliding scale, I would put this at the highest good movie you could get, just before it tips over to great. Personally, I'm right there. I could call it great if I probably would call it great. Right at the bottom edge. Is it perfect? No. What do you think?
I didn't like it that much. Now, that's not saying I did not like it, because I did. That's not saying...
You did just... Continue, I'm sorry. You did just say I don't like it that much, and that's
I don't like it as much as you.
Okay.
I don't like it, I don't like it as much as Stairs did.
Fair enough.
Now, granted, that's the case with a lot of movies, because
Yeah.
I'm a movie hater.
Kind of is.
Now, this movie, as Stairs said, was almost great. It really was almost great. And it could have been, had they not fallen into the same trap that all modern movies fall into, which is rushing the plot crazily for no reason. I asked it. We got out of here. We got in the car. We're filming up. We're heating up the film button. I asked Dare, how long was this movie? He says, I'm guessing 2 hours and 15. It was really long. My reply, when the hell did 2 hours and 15 minutes become a really long movie?
My reply to that was, when the attention span of the people watching the movie shrunk more and more and more. To where now, if a movie gets to 2 hours, it's a rarity. A movie hardly ever gets to 2 hours anymore, which to me, I don't like. But that's just me. This movie, and I say this because we had this conversation, if it was another half hour,
as I said to Sarah,
would have been above great. It would have been great. I still feel it's right there. Kevin just feels that it's a little farther back on that scale.
like I said to there, had this movie been 2 hours and 40 minutes long instead of 2 hours and 15 minutes long, I would have easily given it a 9. Because it has everything that a great movie is supposed to have. You've got really good characters. You've got an awesome storyline, plot, background. You have the one of, if not the greatest IP there is ever. It's freaking Star Wars, man. You can't not be excited about Star Wars if you're a nerd. Awesome visuals. But they just missed. And they missed because they were too busy pushing the plot to actually explain anything that's going on around you.
I will say it was...
I can think of at least 10 different scenes, 10, that would have been better had they been 3 minutes longer.
I will say it was very, very good to hear the John Williams score. The music is always a highlight in Star Wars movies.
Oh, yeah. The music is great.
Even the prequels that weren't as good. I'm using my phone as lighting, bear with me. I feel... Okay, break it down a little more. You enjoyed the story. We're not going to get into it yet. You enjoyed the characters.
Yes.
I enjoyed the characters, old and new. I feel like they all were on the same playing field, and they all knocked... You have to admit, the acting was great.
The acting was great.
Acting was great. I enjoyed... I kind of enjoyed all of that. I know that sounds vague, and I don't... Really, other than the fact that I felt like there were parts that were forced to be quicker than they should have been. And would you agree? Other than that, this is a great movie. Other than that fact, the acting was good, the story was good. You have problems with one character, I know. But what I'm saying, other than that and the fact that they rushed things, this is a great movie.
Yeah, like I said.
Great movie.
Had it been a half hour longer, it would have been a great movie.
I will also say this. If in that half hour they didn't talk about one of the characters that I know Kevin had a problem with, it still would not have been a great movie.
Now, I think we should probably move on to the second half of this.
All right, so here will be the moment if you haven't seen the movie.
Oh, we should give it a rating first.
Should we?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll rate it
Before
first.
we get into spoilers.
Okay, we'll rate it first.
I give it an 8.
And you know, okay. I liked it more than Kevin did. No, I don't think this movie should get a 9. I will go an 8.5. We still doing halves or no?
We stopped doing halves after like the
then
second episode.
Then I'm gonna give it a 9 because I feel it was only missing the pacing thought. That's the only thing I really feel it was missing. And I know you have a couple other issues, so that I understand. Now, there are going to be spoilers. We're going to try to keep this quick so we can, one, I can be sane and get some sleep and put this up in the morning. And two, I don't want to spoil everything. I think we're going to talk about some things, but we're not going to spoil everything. Where do you want to start? You continue.
Okay.
First, here's the time. Stop watching this video. If you haven't seen the movie, stop watching. You've been warned.
Okay. First thing that was interesting. One, I honestly thought that the black kid was going to be the Jedi
Finn?
and not the chick.
Spoilers, obviously.
With the trailers and him wielding the lightsaber, I was like, that's interesting.
You have to admit, there has been nothing but amazing things going on with the way they marketed this movie. Because everything we've seen up until now has shown that that's exactly what we thought. Finn was going to be the Jedi, and Rey had something else to be doing in the movie. And it's not that she didn't have something else to be doing, because she did a lot, but the twist of it is she's force sensitive and drawn to the lightsaber, and it kind of plays into that. And I mean, that was a huge thing. That was a huge thing, and they played it up well. I thought they didn't like force that out in front of everything. You didn't feel for a good chunk of the movie, you didn't really quite get that. Did you?
No.
And then they started kind of hinting that was what was going on, and that was kind of a cool thing to see. We said before, you did enjoy the characters?
Yes.
I did as well.
Second one I liked was that I kind of like how I think the girl's probably going to end up being related to Luke somehow. If I had a bet.
Well, what the rumor was, people thought that Rey and Kylo Ren could be brother and sister.
Which they're not. They're actually cousins.
Well, do we know that, though? We don't know that officially.
We know that.
I will say that
We know that.
we don't know that.
I know that.
Okay, the only chance left of them being related is if they're cousins, because when she met Leia and Han, if it comes out that they were her parents and they didn't say anything, that's really messed up.
That's pretty fucking messed up.
But I liked the introduction of Finn, like how they played him into the plot, how the mutiny and leaving and everything.
That was one of my...
Does that come into the pacing thing, you think?
part of that, yes, because they have this whole... Like I said, it was just... The whole movie was a bit too touchy-feely for me.
Really?
Where the good guys kept coming out on top for seemingly no real reason. There wasn't enough... It didn't have enough grit. Like, I don't think there was enough, like... the main characters getting into trouble enough to really build good drama to me.
Now, as this video continues, I'm going to state what I think, and some of that's going to obviously go right against what Kevin's saying. And it's not that I think he's wrong. I think that the way I feel is not the same way that he feels. When Rey gets kidnapped, and when Poe is getting tortured, or when someone dies, I feel that there was a lot of the good guys not always winning.
See, it didn't really feel that way to me, though. I mean, even... She gets kidnapped, obviously. He tries to, like, mind juju, whatever. And she ends up breaking out literally, like, 10 minutes later. By using Jedi mind trick on somebody.
But I think that was also the way that they're going to push the Jedi in her. Because
well, that's my thing. It's like, she doesn't even know how to freaking use the Force. And she tries a Jedi mind trick, the first freaking person who's right next to her.
The best part, though, is like, why would I do that? I'll just tighten everything. And it's like, oh, nope, okay.
Yeah, it's like, okay. She has no idea what the hell she's doing, and yet she's freaking just wallowing people. I didn't have a problem. It drove me crazy.
Here's my thing.
Finn drove me crazy at the beginning of the movie.
When the switch? Why he turned?
I know why he turned, but the whole, like I said, it just felt too easy to me.
Listen, this is the same trope.
You didn't get enough of it. Like I said, maybe it's part of the pacing issue where I'm just fed up with. Like I said, I asked Air. Everything is so freaking rushed in this movie. I mean, it's 2 hours plus, so granted, it's not that rushed. But to me, there's so many scenes that could have done with another 2 or 3 minutes. Like, the scene with freaking... I asked Air, Kylo Ren, his name is mentioned like 4 times in the whole effing movie. Like, yeah, 4 times.
And one time he's called by a different name.
And one time he's called by a different name. I was like... I don't even know who the hell the main bad guy is.
Yeah, Kevin's like, what's the name of the bad guy? And I told him, well, main name.
I just watched the movie. I don't know what the name of the bad guy is. That's a problem.
I will say, though, it's like, how many people said Darth Vader's name in the first movie, I wonder? Because I bet you it wasn't that many.
I bet it was more than freaking 4.
And I bet you they said it more than 4 today, too, but not that many. I'm betting it said...
we're gonna count.
I'll count. I'll probably see the movie again soon.
All right, count. Next time we see the movie,
listen,
you count.
I'll try. You know dang well I'm not going to, but I'll try.
We're getting off on tangents.
Here's my one thing. I think they did... The one thing I know they did well. It's been 30 years in the movie universe since we've seen any of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they did very well explaining what's been going on with everyone for the last 30 years.
See, yes, that was one of the parts that I thought they didn't do a good job on.
But see, I know there are a couple of relationships they might not filled out very well, but...
Like all of them.
See, I disagree. They talk about what Luke was doing and why he left. They talk about what happened with Han and Leia a little bit. And then, well... But the catalyst for that is Kylo Ren. Like, the one thing I think we both had an issue with is, other than the fact we know that Kylo Ren is focused on his grandfather and was tempted by the dark side and went to the dark side, there had to be another catalyst that kicked him off of the light to the dark. Okay? We also know his parents are Han and Leia. Okay? We know that something happened where Snoke manipulated him from the light to the dark, and he killed everyone that Luke was training. They talked about that. Whenever that happened, there was some trigger that he went off the deep end of the dark side and left. That's when Luke went into hiding. So it's like that relationship is, about those three. Who else was there to be? Chewbacca's with Han.
Like I said, they're just.
To me,
you didn't get enough.
To me, it wasn't that the relationships were talked about. It was that the First Order being established as far as they are and the Resistance being established as far as they are was just a given. They didn't really talk about why. Like you asked me, where'd the First Order come from? And I said, all I know is when the Empire fell, there were people that kept with the teachings and like everything with the Empire, and now they're called the First Order.
That was one of my main issues as well. Is like, okay, Star Wars trilogy ends. The dark side has been defeated.
Yeah.
Good guys win. Good guys win. How the hell is there an entire planet with hundreds of thousands of stormtroopers and a fucking doomsday weapon?
Yeah.
Where did it come from?
30 years. That's what,
I don't
30
understand.
years. That's where it came from. That's the only thing you can really think of.
What the hell was the Republic doing the whole time that they let a
Nothing.
freaking...
Wait. Let's discuss.
None of them knows.
Let's discuss the Republic. Okay, the Republic is the government that kind of is the front that helps take care of the Resistance.
They're literally half of the effing war.
No, the Resistance is the other half of the war.
Yeah, but the Resistance is the army of the Republic.
Not really. Because like the rebels didn't have anything to do with that. The rebels were like on their own. You know what I mean? The Resistance is just the First Order knows that the Republic was funding some of the things for the Resistance. Okay, but it's not like they're their military. But
where the hell is their military? What the fuck are they doing this whole movie?
What would today in that movie?
You just got the main planet of your entire fucking galactic government blown the shit up.
Not just the main one. All of them.
Yeah, okay. They blow up 5 planets. Fucking boom. Where's the military at? I don't know. No one knows.
No.
Where the fuck happened?
The better question is, we see the Starkiller base fire. Okay? We see these planets blow up, and they're like, oh no, the Republic, it's gone. And that's the last we talk of it. It's not really discussed again. Would you agree? It's like, oh well, keep moving. We're on the job, on the clock.
They just murdered hundreds of billions of people.
Now, Kevin said that the Republic deserved more film time. I disagree.
I think it did need more film time.
I think
half of the war.
Well, but see, my thing is, discuss something about that. Like, talk about, like, well, we have to do this, and, like, the Republic's all gone, we have to start to rebuild, or something. But, like, it was very weird that they got destroyed, and next thing you know...
No one gives a shit.
No one really talked about them at all. Like, they were just done.
Oh, well, fucking tough break. We just everyone got murdered.
It was very strange. Like, I understand they had to keep moving because then the gun was aimed at them, but, like, that confused me. What'd you think of Poe Dameron, the X-Wing pilot? Did you like the character?
Well, we saw of him.
I like
very little.
Backstory of that character: conceived on the day the Death Star was destroyed by 2 X-Wing pilots.
Where the hell did you learn that at?
Dude, I know shit.
It wasn't in the fucking movie.
No, it wasn't.
That's my point.
You're not going to put that in the movie.
You're giving me all this background that is not in the movie.
I'm giving you the background. They're not.
Why not? It's their fucking job.
No, because there are comics, there are novels, all this stuff that are telling these stories around everything. To where if you want to know all those stories, you have to read the comics and you have to do all that.
Whatever.
I'm just saying
I'm done, man.
That's how I know the stories.
That's why this is so not a great movie. Because you have this awesome fucking Star Wars universe. Mm-hmm. One of the best IPs in the entire world.
Probably
and we learned pretty much nothing about it.
I disagree. We learned a lot about it. How do we learn nothing? We learned a lot about it. We learned how there still is a resistance and there still is a very Nazi-esque First Order. Did you agree?
They're pretty Nazi.
I was like, whoa, man. Like,
how was that interesting?
What?
You have a Star Wars movie. It has
to
be a freaking war. Of course there's going to be 2 sides.
And
of course one's going to be the old Empire and one's going to be the old Rebel.
I didn't mean that.
That's not fucking interesting.
I'm saying, though, like, seeing what's going on around everything, obviously that battle's still going on. Well, like with the characters, following the characters around. No, you're not gonna. What do you want? Like the freaking CNN in the news going on from the universe telling what's going on?
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense.
4 hours of galactic news feed, so I know what the F is going on in this movie.
Hey,
Please.
hey, at the Republic today, nothing. They're dead. All of them. I just.
That's fine. You could have given me that. That would have been interesting.
I thought it was really interesting when we went and met Maz Kanata. And, like, the band of thieves kind of, like, place she had.
A lot of that felt really forced to me. It felt really forced.
Now, I will say this.
And she sort of gave me flashbacks of Jar Jar Binks there for a minute.
Really?
Yeah, the freaking
Dude,
huge
no.
googly eyes.
I'm sorry. No, listen. Nothing in this movie ever was that bad. Nothing in this movie was that bad.
Okay. We need to wrap this. My point is, this movie could have been great. It was very, very close to being great. I don't think it was as close as Stairs thinks it was, but that's fine. Point being, it's a good movie. The actors are good. The action's good.
Can I
the
rephrase
visuals
that
are
with you?
top-notch. What?
The movie is great.
The movie's not great.
The movie's not perfect.
The movie is not great. The movie is good.
I disagree. To me,
You're
the
entitled
movie,
to your opinion.
either way, I think we'll both agree. Go see this movie.
Go see this movie and agree with me and not stare.
I do want to hear feedback from any of you that see it. I was in touch with a couple people tonight while they were seeing it. One of our buddies told me to tell Kevin to let the Force in. He's just not having it. He's not having it. He just doesn't want the Force to be in. He just can't handle that. It's too much for him. He's got a dark heart. A dark heart.
Thanks for that.
I will say this, like I said, go see this movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a great movie to see in theaters. Great movie to see in theaters. I don't mean it's a great movie. I mean, seeing this is a movie you should see in theaters.
I will agree with that.
Like, our theater burst into applause at the end of the movie.
It was cool.
It was cool.
Very good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Opening night of Star Wars. It was a very cool atmosphere.
We're going to have another discussion some other time and one of our sets about the atmosphere before this movie came out.
Yeah, it was like the when we did the Batman marathon. That was a very cool atmosphere.
It was. So we'll have another discussion about that sometime. But for now, please go see this movie. Truthfully, I might see it again before the end of the weekend.
I'm sure you will.
You can't really knock me for it. I just finished. Hey, this is my celebration for getting done with finals.
Whoa, we're trying to keep this concise stare. You're getting more tangents. You're bringing in more tangents.
All I'm saying is you can never come at me with me bringing in more tangents.
I think I just did, and you brought in another tangent to counter my trying to get you off a tangent. And thank you for staying till after the credits.